Hello crafters, welcome to the Christmas edition of How I Decorate My Console Table. Just want to show you the foundations items that I'm going to be using on this season's display. I'm going to be using various sizes and shapes of risers to rise ornaments and things like that up. So I'm going to use a few of those. I'm going to be using some of the berry picks that are available in Poundland. Now I have dissected a few of the berry picks and to use in other ways. I'm going to be using numerous amounts of the holly leaves throughout the display. And a major part of this display, instead of using a garland, I'm going to be using some branches off my Christmas tree. Now my Christmas tree being the size it is, we don't put on about 2 foot of the back branches because each branch has to be placed into the Christmas tree. So I have a few of these that I can use throughout the house during the festive season. So I'm going to be using those. So I've got 2 smaller ones and 2 larger ones. So I'll be using those. I'll show you how I use those later. One of the first items I'm going to use in this display is this galvanized tray. So that's going to go in the center. And then we're going to be using one of the glass cake stands that I made. I've done a video on it, I'll link the video so it pops out now. I made these glass stands using items from Poundland. So I'm going to put this is the glass stand. So I'm just going to put this in the centre, and I've got some artificial snow on it. Now I need to use the smaller 2 of the tree branches, and as you can see I've curled this one so it has a bend in it, so I'm going to bend that round this and submerge it into the tray, and I'm going to do the same here with this one. I'm going to put this under and tuck it in. That's like that. Right. Now it comes to the 2 larger ones. Now the 2 larger ones, I'm simply going to poke behind the tray so they come out. And the same thing on this side. So I'm just going to poke it behind the tray. So in essence, they kind of act like garlands, really. So that's that. That's kind of my foundation of this particular display. The berry picks, I'm going to put those at either side, and I'm going to intertwine the picks and the leaves and the berries within the garland, so it doesn't look like it's just been placed in. It looks like it could be part of the actual garland itself. So just intermixing the pines and obviously the faux berries and leaves. So that's that. Using these 2 smaller cake stands, I'm going to put one on each side towards the back of my display. And I'm going to put these Mercury glass owls on them. Now these come on with a timer. The Mercury glass, they've got LED lights inside, so they flank either side. I have this set of 3 mosaic glass spheres. Now these were a purchase from QVC UK. I don't think they have them anymore, they're currently out of stock. And I'm just going to, actually before I do that, forgetting one crucial ingredient, and that's my faux birch trees. And I'm going to put them at the back here, making sure that the foliage is away from the mirror so it can go fairly flat. So one there and one on the other side. Now what I'm doing is literally making sure that the leaves, the twigs and things are facing forward, so that most of the foliage is towards the front, so it's not hitting the mirror. Do the same on this side. Everything I do on one side I'm mirroring on the other. Okay, now I'm just going to submerge these spheres within the display in different places. Now I have 3, so I'm not going to get an equal balance, but that's absolutely fine, I don't mind that, because I have other things I'm going to use. I have a set of 4 of these wax pine cones, and these are also LED and on timer. I'm simply going to submerge those into the display at different points, just to give the display added depth and to make the eye travel through the display. Now going back to the 2 candle risers, I'm going to put them just to one side here, submerging them slightly into the foliage, and they will hold another LED pine cone. These are also from QVC UK, so I'm going to put one there and one there. They are 2 different sizes, but that doesn't bother me. When it comes to the finishing touches, I have made these faux birch branches, and I'm just going to tuck those within my display just to kind of go back to the birch trees that we have here. I'm just going to plant those in, and then I'm going to tuck in some of these holly leaves just to take the colour from the picks and work it throughout the display. The thing I'm having in the centrepiece is my Merry Christmas vintage metal galvanised ornament, and that will go in the centre. Now this was a purchase from QVC UK last year. They don't have this shape, but they have a round one still. And then the last thing I need to do is put my wreath, and this was a wreath I made on Elf Creations. I'll link that video at the end. Put the wreath on the mirror. Oops. And the console table is ready for the festive season. I will try and add some pictures either to the end of the video or on Facebook of the items all lit up, because obviously it's too late to do that now. But I'll just bring the camera on so you can see a front view.